Of Let's Talk with Accent Litigation. I remain your host, Barrister David Odmo Njoko, and today I'll be taking you on a ride. I'll be sailing you in the waters of wisdom, legal wisdom for that matter, and today you will be definitely, it will be an interesting edition, and I believe and I trust God that you will be greatly impacted today with our topic. The topic for today is, do owners of vehicles with factory-fitted tinted glass need police permits? Do owners of vehicles with factory-fitted tinted glass need police permits? Now, what we do here in Accent Radio is we sensitize the public. We go on mass legal literacy. That is our watchword here. Law for all. So we want to ensure that everybody in the society that can hear us, that can listen to us, that can watch us, will know the law, at least the barest minimum, so that you can know your right and then know when one is infringing on your right and know what the law prohibits, so that you don't run foul or be caught in the wrong side of the law. So we always move around and we see people with tinted glasses driving, and then we are like, wow. In fact, one of the major ways to know that someone is living a luxurious lifestyle, if people see his car, his flashy car, and the flashy car has tinted glass. Today in Nigeria, especially in the big cities, the big boy cities of Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Kano, if you see a flashy car and that car is not tinted, there is a problem. That means the car is not well factory fitted, it's not complete, it's not up to date. So the tinting of glasses is now added as an addition to the luxury of a car. Now, what does the law provide for in all this? According to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, we have over 11.8 million cars in Nigeria, leaving about 6.7 million of those cars within private owners or being privately owned or used by private individuals, and over 3.2 million of these cars as commercially owned vehicles. Now, out of this number, less than 2% of these numbers of the 11.8 million cars in Nigeria are owned by government officials or by diplomats. Now, what does this law provide? Are there laws that regulate the tinting of vehicles in Nigeria? Now, according to the laws of the Federation, the archives of the laws of the Federation, it took us back to 1991, and then we found a law known as the Motor Vehicle Prohibition of Tinted Glasses Decree number 35, which was now ratified as the Motor Vehicle Prohibition of Tinted Glasses Law Act rather of 1999. Now, what does this law provide? The law prohibits the tinting of glasses except where appropriate authorization has been gotten. Now, the law provides that it's not in all circumstances that one is prohibited from tinting his glasses. For there to be an authorization for you to tint your glass, then there must be good cause for you to make the application to tint your vehicle. Now, first of all, what does it amount to tinting of vehicle? I will start with this story. Now, we have Biodun. Biodun works for Odogwu Media. Now, Odogwu Media decided to brand 11 of their vehicles for advert purpose, and they branded in such a way that even the glasses and the windscreen everywhere was branded to show Odogwu Media. They were accosted by the police, and the police was asking for their tinted permits. The question is, does branding of cars, including the glasses of cars, does it amount to tinting of vehicle? Now, we revert back to the law. What the law provides is that whatsoever means, color, stickers, or posters that makes it impossible for one to visibly see the inside of a vehicle amounts to tinting of glass. So it doesn't have to be a dark shield But whatsoever, whether it's a poster, whether it's an artwork, whatsoever, a graphic, whatsoever that makes it impossible for an outsider or one who is outside the vehicle to see through the vehicle amounts to tinting of the vehicle. Now, if Biodun was riding one of the cars of Odogwu Media, and he was stopped because they branded the vehicle with the posters of Odogwu Media and equally covered the glasses, that amounts to tinting of vehicles within the ambit of the law, which is the Motor Vehicle Prohibition of Tinted Glasses Act of 1999, or as you call it, Motor Vehicle Prohibition of Tinted Glasses Decree of 1991. Now, having established this, the next question we ask ourselves is, who authorizes the permit for tinted glasses? Because we see every Jack, Tom, and Harry moving around with tinted glasses. As I said, when we see this over 6.7 million cars owned by private individuals, most of them who are luxurious cars, they are always tinted. So the question is, who permits them to tint their vehicle? Now, under the law, it is only the office of the Inspector General of Police that is permitted to give such authorization for the tinting of vehicles. So even though you're a media house or you're a corporate body and you own vehicles and you want to brand that vehicle, you must gain the permits or obtain the permits from the office of the Inspector General of Police. Now, the Inspector General of Police has the discretionary powers to authorize any other person or any other office for the purpose of issuance of permits. So you can go to the office of the Inspector General of Police and then you'll be directed to some other offices or some other directorates within the police department for the purpose of obtaining the permit. So you must apply for the permit, and after application for the permit, then you must wait for your permit to be granted and issued to you before you can drive your tinted vehicles. And as we said, it doesn't just amount, it's not just when your glasses are colored or when they are darkened, whether they are thickly darkened or lightly darkened, that it's amount to tinting. Once you make any poster or any branding that makes it impossible for an outsider to visibly see through your windshield so as to see inside the vehicle, that amounts to tinting of glass that needs permit. So it is only the Inspector General of Police that has the authority to issue the permit for tinted glasses. Then we ask the question, what about there are so many vehicles we have in Nigeria that are factory fitted with respect to the tinted glasses? So you have them imported into Nigeria and they are already tinted at the factory. So it is not as though they came down to Nigeria and then they went to maybe Ladipo Market, which is a famous pet market in Lagos, to tint their vehicles, the glasses of their vehicles. No, but they were factory fitted. What does the law provide about this? Because that is the focus of our discourse today. Do owners of cars, factory fitted tinted glasses cars, do they need police permits? Because we have situations where the police accost you and then they ask for your tinted glass permits when your car is tinted, and the excuse the drivers will always give is that these are factory fitted tinted glasses and as such they don't require permits. Is that what the position of the law is? No. The law provides that whosoever imports a vehicle or purchases a vehicle in Nigeria that comes with factory fitted tinted glasses must apply for the permit, tinted glasses permit, within 14 days upon importation of that car or upon purchase of the car. So it is not that because it's factory fitted then you don't need a permit. You equally need a permit. So we have to send this as a note of warning to many Nigerians who import luxurious cars with factory tinted glasses. You have to apply and be issued a tinted glass permit for you to be able to enjoy that your luxury of a car that you have. So you don't want to be riding a luxurious vehicle and then you are being accosted either by the Federal Safety or by the Nigerian men of the Nigerian police, and then it sounds embarrassing that you don't have a permit, which is just by way of application to the necessary body, which is the office of the Inspector General of Police, and then you'll be issued the permit in less than no time. I haven't understood this. you have to equally appreciate the what amounts to good cause, or what are the criteria provided under the law for you to be issued tinted glass permit. Now, the law provides that for you to be issued tinted glass permit as an applicant, there must be two visible reasons. Either one of two visible reasons, I mean. That means there must be reason of good cause. And what amounts to good cause are two. Number one, it must be under health ground, or it should be under security ground. Now, if it is neither of these, then you are not eligible for the issuance of tinted glass permit. Now, what does it mean by health ground? That means you have this health challenge that it's embarrassing for you to be seen by outsiders if you're driving. Okay, there are some persons with certain type of diseases that when they are being driven, it's embarrassing when people see them, and then they're like, well, just imagine. So it's some persons with contagious diseases, the law permits that under that ground you can apply to the Office of the Inspector General of Police for the issuance and you obtaining tinted glass permits. Also, if you bought a vehicle for the purpose of for health reasons, for example, a health emergency, you obtain a vehicle to be converted as ambulance, that is one stop reason, or one shop reason rather, for you to obtain a tinted glass permit. So you just have to include it in your application to the Office of the Inspector General of Police that this vehicle is to be used for ambulance purposes, and then you'll be issued your permit. So it's as simple as that. Now, when we come to security reasons, it's not all commerce affair. You cannot just say because I am a celebrity, so I stand security risks, and as such I should apply for tinted glass permit. No, the law provides that it must be cogent. Now, what amounts to cogent reason to fall under security reasons for you to be issued tinted glass permit? The law provides that it must be that which may place you as a security mix. Okay, now what places you as security is possibly because of the office you occupy, or because of your standing in the society. So if you are a government official, okay, or a political office holder, elected political office holder, then you stand the risk of being kidnapped or being attacked. So you can apply for tinted glass permit. That is for your private or personal vehicles, not for your official vehicles. Most official vehicles are tinted when it comes to political office holders, but when you want to apply for your private vehicles while you are still occupying that office, then that is a good ground for you to make such application. Or you are a celebrity in such a manner that if you're easily visible to the eyes of the members of the public when you are out in the public, that may warrant some form of a health challenge by way of stampede or by way of causing some public nuisance, because people may flock around you and they may flock around your cars and then cause traffic gridlock and all that. The law allows you that under that very reasons you can come under security reasons for you to be issued a permit. Now, what does the law provide as penalty when one does not apply for this permit and then he drives a tinted vehicle? Now, the law provides that if you do so, you with that permit, you drive tinted vehicles on the streets of Nigeria, you are liable to 6 months imprisonment or a fine of, wait for it, 2,000 naira. Just imagine. As I said earlier, this law was promulgated as a decree as far back as 1991. So it may be obsolete, it may be old, though it's still cogent and very important and vital to us in our today's Nigeria. But with respect to the fine, 2,000, come on, it's so petty. So it's another wake-up call to the members of the National Assembly to rejig our laws, try to look at some of these obsolete laws, and while the laws are still relevant, we'll try to ensure that penalties for this law are heavier so as to serve as deterrent to those who may want to flout this law. So I believe today we'll be able to establish the fact that tinted glasses are one which are not just with respect to darkened colored but branded colored vehicles also. They all amount to tinted glasses under the Motor Vehicle Prohibition of Tinted Glasses Act of Nigeria. And also we are able to establish the mode or method of application and whose office you are to apply for tinted glass permit. And also we are going to look at the penalties for default when you flout this law. And I believe none of us who is listening to me or who is watching me will want to flout this law. So we encourage you to always be in the right part of the law. Always make sure that when you have your vehicles, you purchase your vehicles within 14 days after purchase of that vehicles. If the vehicle came with factory fitted tinted glass, you make the necessary application. And if you want to tint your vehicle, ensure that you make the necessary application to the office of the Inspector General of Police to be issued a permit for that purpose. As usual, we will always welcome your suggestions, questions, and comments. So leave that comment at the comment section of whatever streaming platform you're listening to us or you're watching us. And as usual, we will give you prompt response. The article for you to read further, the article on this very topic is always on our website, which is www.lawaccent.com. You all just go there and then click to the resource icon, and you will see this article for you to read further and then know the positions of the law, different sections of the law that provides for the prohibition of tinted glasses without permit. Until we come again your way next week, remember, bless and always be a good citizen. We hope for a better Nigeria. And as we say here in Law Accent Litigation, Shalom.